sweeties and swoons, it's your girl Candy, and you're watching Sweet Addictions TV. And right now, I'm going to get on the phone with the sweetie who wrote me last, I can't even say, I don't think it was last week. The last time I did the Sweet Solutions, and I'm going to reread her story, and then I'm going to talk to her on Skype, so I have the camera kind of close up so you guys can hear her, okay? Alright, so let me get her on. Let me call her. It's our first time using Skype, so hopefully she knows to pick it on up.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, hi.
How you doing, honey?
I'm alright. It's okay. I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I said, I did my whole, the whole introduction thing, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna reread your letter, and then we'll get into it, okay?
Okay.
Alright, let me go. Okay, start it off. So, everybody who didn't get to see the video, the last week solutions, this is what the letter said. It says, Dear Candy, you are amazing. Oh, and thank you for that, honey. It says, I wish I had your wisdom. I'm about to turn 23 on October the 24th. I'm going to try and keep this short. I've been abused my whole life, and in fact, I'm still sleeping with my adopted father. Anyway, I left home at 12, drugs, then came to, is that Toronto? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, Toronto in '08. Met a guy, got on crack. Eventually, I became an escort. Met this guy. We will call him Bob. I moved in about a few months later. After him being my client, he paid my bills. 3 years later, by the way, I was 19 when I met him. We had got into a fight, and I pushed him. This was about 2/11. Were you saying like February the 11th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was so like.
I got you. Just
fucked up writing that shit. So.
Okay, so it says they got to a fight. She pushed him. This happened around February the 11th. October, I was in jail for my B-Day. When I got out, I continued to see this bus driver guy I met. I got pregnant. He left. I relapsed, got back on crack for the third time. Bob came back because there was a chance it was his. I moved in. Say it again?
Lagged, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh, I had to do that from time to time.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, what was that? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, he came back because there was a chance that it was his. I moved in his 18-year-old daughter and pretended to get along, but it failed. We hated each other. I went to him about her rudeness, and eventually she tried to beat me up a week away from my due date. He rushed her out. I said she can't come back because he couldn't find a way to punish her. Then her mom knew what she did but didn't punish her. Anyway, because I left home and called to you guys, CPS, on her and became Crown Ward, is that what it was?
Yeah.
And left when I was 21, CPS would automatically open a case. Because of my mom, I let them in, so eventually me and Bob became abusive to each other. So they took my son away. He had recorded some shit of me snapping and played it to my son's doctor. So now I've gone to lots of therapy and groups, but they keep saying I'm too angry and won't shut up. But I'm fighting for my son. I wouldn't work on myself if I didn't care, but I'm not healing or changing fast enough. Okay, the questions come. How do I explain my pain? And how do I let Bob know I do love him, but I'm not sure I'm with him for the right reasons? My past with my mom and my dad still. How do I calm down enough to get my son back? I love him. He's the only reason I don't kill myself. I'm so tired of trying and not getting anywhere. I'm broken. I'm never going to be normal. What do I do? God has abandoned me. Okay. Now, as far as, we're going to start with the first question. The first question, where you're saying, how do you tell Bob that you are in love with him? No, actually, your first question was, how do you explain your pain? And are you saying explain your pain to him?
Yeah, to like him, to the court, to CPS. Like, I don't, because they just think that I'm angry because Because every time I talk about him, I start crying,
Mm-hmm.
and like I get all freaked out, and then they're like, "Oh, look at you! You're out of control. You can't even control your emotions." So it's hard. It's like hard.
See,
I
I'm
don't know
trying
what
to.
I'm doing.
Now, when you're in there and when you're trying to talk to them, of course, I think they know the tears are going to come. That's just natural if you don't have your son. But do you get to a point to where you do kind of get angry at everybody who's in
Yeah.
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 See, that's what they're talking about. Then it's not the tears because that's what people. I mean, you're expected to cry if you're trying to get your son back. You know what I'm saying? So you're basically asking how you can relay that I'm working on myself. I want my son without flying off the handle, basically, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Like I don't know. I don't know how to like explain to them that I'm just in a lot of pain
Mm-hmm.
and that like I'm just frustrated and that I can't even work on my own separate therapy because this is like in the way. It's blocking me from doing stuff and moving forward.
Let me ask you this: Do you know? Like, do you know? You're saying you don't know how to explain it to them, but do you know all the source of your pain? Do you know why you may fly off the handle? Because that could be.
No.
See, so that's why it's hard. You can't explain something you don't know yourself, right? So that's what you
That's
need.
true.
That's the thing you need
That
to
is
work
true.
on. Because you can ask me all day, how can I explain my pain to them? But if you don't know it, there's no way you can explain it to somebody else if you don't even know it. You know what I mean? And from what you've written,
Yeah.
I can see. I mean, there's a lot of source to the pain that you have going on. You know, just from the paragraph you wrote me. So it's a lot. How did it all just start at the age of 12?
No, I just left. Like at that point I had enough and I left and I called the police.
Okay. Hmm. See, well, that's with that one. That's what you got to work on. You got to figure out what it is that triggers you. You got to figure out what you're holding in that's making you feel like you're just gonna fly off the handle. Because, like you said, with them telling you, look, you can't even control yourself in front of us, but you want us to believe you're good enough for us to give you your son back. You know what I mean? So if they see you,
Yeah.
not the crying, because that's, of course, that's natural, but just the, like you even said, you'll fly off the handle. Probably because it's like, I want my son, quit fucking asking me questions. And I understand that, but,
Exactly.
right, I understand that, but you can't, they're looking at it like, you can't even hold your temper in this little courtroom session we're having. But we're supposed to believe you're going to be able to hold your temper to have him for the rest of his life. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
even though, it really is you feeling like, some real fuckery that he's not with you, you definitely have to find a way to work on that. And a good way to do it, since you said the therapy and stuff like that isn't really working for you. I don't know if it isn't working because you're not really open to it. Because,
No, like I'm trying.
mm-hmm,
It's just like it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to like put my face on and go out there and talk to these people and say what they want and act how they want. Like it's depressing after a while. Like I just feel empty. Like I just like it's hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
mm-hmm.
Like it's too hard.
Let me ask you this. Now, this might be a hard question, but
So
it's a question that needs to be asked. Do you think, even though you love your son and you want him with you, do you think he's better off where he is?
well, like I recently just found out that I guess once they have your kid for a year, they either have to place him somewhere permanently or give him back. So they're willing to give him back, but they're willing to give him to Bob as the primary, like, caregiver. And then I don't know where that leaves me.
Right.
So, it's complicated. And it is a good thing, but I just feel like the fact that I don't have it makes it so much harder to get past, like, anything, because, like, Bob has work, he has house, like, I just sit at home and stare at the wall, like, I have nothing. I have to lie to my friends, my family, like.
And see, that's driving you crazy too. Why are you staying there though? Like, why are you staying just in the house like that? Because that will drive you crazy, especially when you have a lot going on and you're just sitting there idle. So that leaves enough time for you to sit and think of all the shit that's going on in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why is there a reason why you just stay at home?
I'm depressed. I'm scared to go outside. I feel safer inside. I just feel like no one can say I said anything or did anything. And I don't know. I just feel like everyone thinks that I walk around yelling and screaming and beating up people, and that's not who I am. Like, I am angry, yes, but, like, I'm not like that. I don't know what's wrong with me, and I can't fix it.
Have you tried to do like a daily journal?
Oh, I write.
Mm-hmm.
I write, like, poetry and stuff, and rants, and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that and just like stuff that's
Like,
going on with you.
I'm using the resources that I've got. It's just that it's been so long now that it's just worn me down.
Mm-hmm.
Like even I'm surprised at how much, like, I've broken down, because, like, I'm a pretty strong person. I've survived. So, but, like, this really just stopped me.
And how long have you been going through to get your son back?
Like, over a year.
A year. Okay.
Yeah.
And they just keep saying the same thing, like, it's your temper?
Yeah, they just keep saying that they don't trust me and him together with him alone because they think we're gonna fight.
Oh, that's where the recording comes in. He recorded y'all fighting?
Yeah.
So did they let you have visitation?
Yeah, like, we have joint visits. Like, we get to see him together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
So was the baby his? Was it Bob's?
No.
No? Okay. So I wonder why, so what's the issue with them giving him to him then? I know you said they were willing to release him, but...
Oh, they just want to know that he can protect the baby from me. Like, they want to know that as long as we're communicating, like, they basically don't want us to be in a relationship. Like, if we can co-parent and stuff, like, right now we're going to couples therapy to prove that we are on a level enough to at least co-parent. Right now.
So...
But it feels so fucked up that, like, if my son comes, I can't take care of him. Like, I feel like I can't take care of him now. I'm scared. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna, like, I don't know. I just started to believe everything that I was told. So
about yourself?
Makes me feel like I am a bad mom and a monster, and I don't know how to make people not think that about me. I don't know how to change that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just stupid.
No. I mean, the thing is, like you said, you are working towards it. You guys are going to couples therapy to show them that, you know, y'all getting on a track to where the argument...
Yeah, twice a week.
Mm-hmm. Because really, that's what they want to see, because that tape of y'all arguing is probably what really put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
So...
everything was fine. Like, they were leaving him here, even though there was problems, but until the tape, they were like, that's it.
Right.
Take him.
So when is it when you guys finish couples therapy when they would release him to Bob, or you just don't want him released to Bob? You want him released to you?
No, I just want him to be released to the both of us, because it just seems like at this point they're saying that he has to be primary, which means he has to live here, and then basically I'm either going to go back to the office and see my son, or have supervised somebody, or they're going to say I have to have a nanny or somebody there to be around him, because they still don't trust me, and I don't know what to say or do, or what words like will get them to show them that I'm not hurting my son. Like,
So is that what they think? Because if there's not any like records or hospital records showing, like, why do they think you're gonna hurt him?
oh, they're saying that the arguing and us fighting around him is like that's abuse, apparently.
And if it's been a year, how old is he?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, our therapist reports every week and says what we're working on and what we're doing. But it still always comes down to the fact that I'm too angry, and I don't know how to control myself when it comes to my son. Like, I want to tear the world apart to get to him, and I can't.
How old is he?
Like, I can't. Like, it's like 13 months.
13 months. And they said from when he was a baby, from you guys arguing, they considered that child abuse?
Yeah. And then it didn't help that he recorded the tape and played it to the doctor.
Right. Now, why did that happen? Why did he do that? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because that's pretty much what put the nail in the coffin.
He's fucked up. That's fucked up. I know, because, like, even after that, I found other recordings and pictures and videos of, like, stuff on his phone.
From him just recording y'all.
Like sometimes he bought me.
Oh, okay.
And that's what it's about. And then other times I feel like he does love me. So I don't know.
Because y'all been together now for, what you said?
I'm the only one saved. Like his ex-wife. Same story.
Oh, basically. So he basically, okay. He goes out to find...
Even people.
He goes out to find, like, quote-unquote, broken people to try to put back together, basically.
Help them and take care of people.
And he married the last one.
I wanted to take care of you and get you out of that life, and I don't know.
And so that's your problem. If you tell him that you love him, but you only love him basically because he kind of got you out of that situation, you feel like he's going to leave, and then that's it for your son? Is that the problem?
That's part of it. That's a big part of it. But it's been so long that obviously I've grown attached to him. Like, we both got into it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
But, like, we're in it, and my son is there, and if we're going to raise them together, then we got to figure this shit out. Like, you know? He keeps pushing for a relationship, and I'm like, I need my son back so I can heal, and then we can figure that out. Like, but...
So y'all don't live together?
I just so angry. No, we don't live together, but I'm always here and he's always at my house. Like, I'm at his house right now.
Okay. Where's he?
It's not your face. Don't do that looking.
I'm just asking, well, where's he at? He's...
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not here.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, Lord. Goodness, okay. And then you're trying to figure out, so what was your second? Your other question was, how do you tell him about your dad?
Well, okay, so it came up in therapy, basically, because, and the reason why I only put that in, I don't really want to go into detail, but it's because of the thing with him is why I'm attracted to him in the first place, because he's like an older man,
right?
The whole daddy complex. So I was just like, am I here because of that? Like, I don't, you know, because it comes up every once in a while, like during sex and stuff. So it complicates the relationship.
It comes up with Bob about your stepdad when you and Bob?
No, because we were at therapy, we were talking about why I was initially attracted to him, and then the therapist was like, well, people who have been abused by their fathers tend to go for older men and all that stuff. So that was one of my concerns. I was like, is that why I'm with Bob?
Right.
You know, and so sometimes during sex with Bob, I would have flashbacks. So it complicates the relationship.
Oh, okay, I got you. Does he know that? No. Okay. Okay, well, I wanted to ask you something. I know you said you didn't want to go in detail, so I'll leave that alone.
Thank you.
But I am going to write and ask you on Facebook.
That's okay. I will answer.
Okay. What was the last one? Now, why do you feel that God has abandoned you, though? Because, you know, a lot of times when you feel that way, you believe it. And when you believe it, then you go down the road where you feel like there's no hope for you, there's no help for you, that you're just what you are. And you have to believe in something. If you don't believe in anything and you just feel like I'm never going to be, and actually that was your words, I'm never going to be normal. If you say that enough, just like you said, you're starting to believe everything everybody's ever said about you. You're letting in other people's opinions mess with how you feel about yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And if you do that, if you honestly say and believe every day, God has abandoned me and I am as fucked up as everyone else says I am, you're never going to get out the slump you're in. And I can honestly tell you that. If you believe what everyone else says about you, you're never going to get out of the slump you're in right now. Like, you have to find something to believe in. You have to. Because I'm going to tell you like this. If you don't believe in yourself, honey, and you believe what everybody else keeps telling you, how you feel right now at this moment, you're going to feel like this for the rest of your life.
I don't want to feel like this forever.
Right. And because, I mean, you're young, so you can't let...
I'm 22. I'm going to be 23.
Yeah. Young. So... believing that you can't, you're gonna have to find something either to make your way back to God, to make your way, even if you feel like you can't just jump back in, and that don't mean be the most religious person walking, but when you actually say the words, God has abandoned me and I'm never gonna be anything. If you start and you believe it, I see you right now. You believe that this is it, and you are what you are, and ain't shit gonna change. You honestly believe that, and if you believe it, guess what? It becomes a reality. It becomes a reality, and you just said you don't want to. You damn about to be 23. Your life is just beginning, and like you're young enough to start over. But if you continue to believe I'm nothing, and I'm not going to amount to nothing, and nothing's good about me, that's how your life is going to be. And you don't want to be 40 still feeling like you're feeling right now. You don't. So there has to be something you can put yourself in, just throw yourself into some type of work. There's got to be something to get you out of the slump. Like you said, you stay in the house all day, because if I stay in the house, then can't nobody say I didn't do nothing. You can't keep living for what somebody else might say. Because if you stay in the house like you are with everything that's going on, because right now, from what you're telling me, you don't have anything good in your life going on right now. So if you stay idle, an idle mind, like they say, is the devil's playground. And all you're going to think about is all the fucked up shit and everything that's going wrong. And, oh, I am as bad as they say I am. And am I a bad mother? Am I just bad, period? God doesn't love me. Nobody loves me. I'm fucked up. That will drive anyone crazy. Like, it will. It will drive anybody crazy. So you can't say, I don't want to go outside because I don't want them to say I did something. Fuck them and worry about you. Because guess what? If you don't get yourself together, you're not going to get your baby.
I know
So you can't worry about what they say. Oh, well, I saw her. So the fuck what? You saw me, and I hope you watched as my ass walked the hell away, honey, and started living my life. Because if you don't get you together, if you don't start feeling some type of confidence, because me looking at you right now, you know what I see? I see somebody that's so sad. You are so sad and beat down, baby doll, that when you go in there to talk to them people about getting your son, this is what they see. This is what they see. And just from me looking at you, that's what I see. I see somebody that honestly, I see somebody who wants to say, fuck it, I'm going to end it all. That's what I see right now. And so when you walk into them people, and you've been seeing them people, what, for the past year now, trying to get little man back? So if I'm just now talking to you for, 15, maybe 20 minutes, and I see that, do you really think they don't? That's the thing. You can't keep living for everybody else, because you know who your two main people you need to live out for is you and little man. And you have to get you together before you even think about going to get little man. Let's just be real. That's why they're not giving them to you right now, because right now, baby, you can't even cope with what you got going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I asked you in the beginning, even though it's a hard question to answer, do you believe right now, not forever, but like right now, he's good where he's at?
I think maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, I probably could have taken him back, but now I'm just so messed up. Like, I am scared that when he comes back, I'll probably like I'll do the basic things, but I'll try not to get attached because I feel like they're just gonna take him away again. Like, I'm scared of doing that.
Right.
You know, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right, and that's why I
Because,
said,
like, I don't have an example of what a mother should be, so
right.
it's a little hard for me.
Well, and why is that with your mom though? What, did y'all not have a good relationship? Is she not there, or?
Oh, basically, I left home because of the abuse with my mom and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, she's just in denial. Like, she doesn't even talk about it. Like, it's like it never happened. She has, like, half my family on Facebook believing that I'm actually her child, that I've been off to some private school. Like, it's one big lie.
Oh, wow.
It's like my whole life is one big lie.
So she just has people thinking that you're like
very elaborate.
the perfect daughter off in private school.
Yeah, like and then she has people thinking that, like, I'm ungrateful, because, like, I've had, like, an aunt message me on Facebook, and it was like, why are you rude to your mom? And I'm like, you were there, you knew what was going on, you didn't do anything.
Right.
Why are you talking to me?
Right.
So, it's really complicated with my mom. I've come to a point where I know I'm not going to get an apology, I'm not going to get shit from it. It's never going to happen. I'm just trying to keep it cool, because I do want my mom. Like, that's really what I want.
Right. Because I'm saying, you know what, even though you do, I know, you know, every little girl wants that mother-daughter relationship, but just from listening to, just from the fact that she's made up an elaborate fantasy life,
oh, yeah.
Sometimes you got to think, even though you want someone in your life, it's best that they're not. Like with you right now, with everything you're going through, you really just need to clear your head, clear whoever you do deal with, because whoever's in your circle right now is not helping. And you just need to start over. Because out of everything that you wrote me, the main concern for you is getting your son back.
Yes.
And just point blank, until you get yourself together, it's not going to happen. So that should be your motivation. Don't just sit in the house and be idle. Even if you got, like, since you stay in the house, do you have a job? You don't have a job? No.
He pays for everything.
Right, but that's okay. He can let him pay. He can still pay. But get a job. That, just the simple fact you'll have a job, you'll be out. You're showing them that you're being productive. Because right now, when you go back to try to get him, That's why they say they want to release him to Bob. Why? Because if they release him to you, and on paper, what do you look like on paper?
Nothing.
You have no
got a
job.
record.
Right.
That's about it.
That's what I'm saying. So on paper,
History with my mom.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got money. He's got a good job.
Right. So if you were them and you were looking at you on paper, and then how you
Well,
break.
I know we're gonna give them to him because he has money. He's got a stable house. It's clean. He can afford to get a nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that for him. So.
Right, but you can't do anything
That's
now.
what I mean.
You know what I'm saying? But right now, where you're at, just saying I'm gonna stay in the house. I ain't got no job. Bob pays for everything. So guess what? They're gonna look at Bob. But if they see you, one, okay, she's going to therapy. Okay, she got up. She went and got her a job. She's working on herself. That looks good. When you try to go back, that's why you've been working on a year. When you try to go back and say, give me my son, well, what can you do for him? Oh, Bob pays everything.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. That's why I told you, even though you want, no matter how much you want your son back, you have to work on yourself. You have to literally build yourself back up. And the good thing about that is you are only 22 years old. So you have the rest of your life. And you can start now. Like you can start, go out tomorrow. Go put in some applications somewhere. Even if it's just like a little bullshit ass little job. Something just real quick. Something to show them that, okay, she's getting up off her feet. And she's trying to get herself together. Because like I told you, from what I see, and from you going to them every year, ain't no way in hell it's going to happen. It's not. And sometimes we say we want something, and we want something so bad, but if we want something so bad, we can't just sit down and wait around for it to happen. You feel me?
Yes, ma'am.
Like you have got to get up and work towards it. You can't just say, oh, well, Bob's going to pay. Bob can do it. Fuck Bob. Like, really, because in the end, it's you and Lil Man. You feel what I'm saying? It's you want your son back. And from how you explained to me, Bob is like, quote-unquote, Captain Save-A-Hole. So that's what he likes to do. But after a while, you need to take that cape off of his ass and put it on yours so you can get to your baby. And like I said, you're young enough to just start over. You've had a really, really hard start. But that doesn't mean that has to be your ending. You feel me? So just know that what you're doing right now, sitting around and what Bob pays and da-da-da-da, when somebody asks you a question, Bob should not be the answer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying leave him alone because, you know, the situation you're in, I understand that. What I'm saying is you need to start getting up and doing some things. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying tell Bob get the hell on because I understand you got a situation going on and he's helping out with a lot of shit. I'm just saying don't sit around and let Bob be the answer for everything that I ask you that is quote-unquote positive. Because everything I've asked you something about that's somewhat positive, your answer has been what? Bob. Right? And Bob, that's not Bob's son. Bob ain't trying to get him back. You are. Because, you know, Bob started all this shit with that damn tape. So what you got to do, what you need to, you say you like to write, you need to sit down and make a list. You need to make a life plan. What is your direction? What are you trying to do? Right now, your first thing, even though I know it wants to be get your son back right now, that's not the first thing on your list. First thing on your list is get my shit together. So that I can have my baby. And we can go on and live, you know, happy. Because when I have him, that is going to fill the void. You know, remember you said you felt a void, an emptiness? It's because your baby's not with you. And if you want to fill that void and you want to be with him, then that strength that you say you have for him, because like you said in the letter, the only reason you haven't went off and really done some more crazy shit is because of him.
Like, yes, I'm holding it in because I can't, because any little thing I do, I know will be used against me.
Right. So we don't want to do that. That's why I say, right, any little thing will be, they're noting everything you're doing. So right now, you ain't doing shit. Right?
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
I mean, you know, I always give it to you with a little serving. I give you a little sugar for it to go down, but I always give it straight.
Yeah.
So if you get up, like I said, it ain't got to be a $30 hour a job, but it's something. It's showing that I'm getting up. I'm trying to work towards getting, like you said, a better place. You could, like, that could be something you could talk to them next time you go. Okay, listen, show them what you have. Don't go in empty-handed like you've been doing the past year. Go in with, bam, I've been going to therapy. I have, letters from your therapist showing that they feel like you are getting better. Show, bam, I got a job. I'm saving money to get a better place for me and my son. I'm working on me. I'm working towards my family. Don't just keep going in empty-handed and then getting pissed off when they tell you no. See, that's what they're looking at. Oh, that's what, remember you like, because I feel you. Remember I told you, I was like, I know you like, give me my son, shut the fuck up. Why y'all fucking with me, honey? Give me my baby. But when they can hear that all day, but when they see you don't have shit to show for yourself except for Bob, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So that's why I tell you, right now, your focus, like starting tomorrow, you need to maybe go find you a job. Start putting out applications. You have to work on you. Because if you don't work on you and you continue just to sit in the house and do what you're doing right now, you're going to always get what you always got.
That sucks.
I mean, it's just, you got to work for what you want. You know what I mean? Like, some people, you can't think, oh, if I just sit here and wait, it's going to happen. You have to do what you have to do in order to get your baby. And it sucks because you are so young to have to go through all this bullshit. But it is certain paths that you chose. So now we got to get up. We got to get up. And we got to say, okay, enough with feeling sorry for myself. Fuck what they have to say. Fuck what they have to say. I'm going to get myself together to get my child. So you can begin to move on. But like I said, you can't keep going to them people empty-handed. You can't keep going to them people with, oh, Bob can pay for it, and then wonder why they don't want to give the baby to you, but to Bob. Because you, like I told you, on paper, you're not looking too good. So you got to start making that paper look like something. You know what I mean? You got to go in there, like I said, next time when it's time for you to go for a hearing, or I'm not sure how they call it when you go in there for it, go in there showing that I have been working. I have been doing what I'm supposed to do. I am building a better me. Even if you got to do certain things, like try to do, just volunteer work at like certain shelters where you may hear the same story you've gone through. And try to find out, how did they start over? What are some things that they did? And then people at those places will write out letters for you showing that you're actually trying to rebuild. But just sitting down in the house and thinking about everything and crying is not going to make it happen. So that's really what it is. You really, your ultimate thing, even though there's all that other shit that's going on, you basically told me that you mainly wanted to talk about was getting your son back. And what I just told you is how you're going to work towards it. Because sitting in the house and crying and just thinking about everything, that's not, has that worked for you for the past year?
No. No.
So you got to start getting up and getting out there and showing these people, I'm working on myself. I'm doing things I'm supposed to do. Why? Because I love my son and I want him with me. And I'm doing this to show you guys I am responsible. I'm not just some fly off the handle chick that stays at home all day and feels like the world owes me something. I'm getting up and I'm doing what I have to do because I owe it to my son. That's pretty much what my base is on it. So.
Okay.
And I mean, if you need, like I said, even off of this, you have my Facebook, so if you need help, okay, well, Candy, where can I go to do this? I'll do some research, Chad, and I'll find some stuff for you to go to where you at. And I'll help you out, because if you need some help getting up, honey, I will help you. Get on up to do what you got to do. If you need a little extra motivation, to get off your ass, I will definitely be there if you hit me up. But you got to definitely do that. You have got to get up and get out there and show them. You can't say, and think about it, do you really, if you could get your son back right now, would you really want him to, you just told me you don't even want to leave the house. Would you really want him, like, in that type of environment? Like, would you want him in that?
Even I'm saying that better off here.
Right, so you don't want to keep saying that. You want to say that he'll be better off with his mother. And that's how you have to work on yourself. So no, working on you is what's going to get little man back with mommy. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to end this for the video, but like I said, with the if you need help like finding little places, you know, just let me know where you are and I'll research and, you know, find where you can go to, you know, get into some places that will help you with credentials to show them that you are putting forth an effort to do some stuff. I'll definitely help you. I will. You just got to show me you want to help yourself. And if you show me you want to help yourself, I'll definitely do what I can to help you, you know, get out here and, you know, get some shit together. But if you continue just to say, I'm just going to sit in the house and Bob's going to pay for everything, that's not wanting to help yourself. And that's definitely not trying to get your baby back. Because guess what? Before anybody helps you, they got to see you want to help yourself. Because if it looks like you don't even want to help yourself, why would anybody want to help you out? It would seem like a waste of time if I'm trying to help this person and this person doesn't even want to help themselves. You know? So if you really, really want to get down to it, if you know, after we get off of this, if you Facebook me and you tell me, you know, like what area you're at, I'll call some places and see if, you know, you can set up some stuff where you can start going in and maybe even just to sit in and hear stories from, you know, other people where stuff has happened, or maybe they could get you to where you can volunteer and help some kids, whatever the case may be.
I used to do all that stuff, but I lost my motivation. Like, I used to go to group and, like, I just go to therapy and couples therapy and I stay in the house.
And that's it. Couples therapy and back.
It's just therapy, visits, and back. Like, I don't do nothing else.
We got to get you out of that. That's not going to get little man back.
Okay.
Okay? So, like I said, if you want the help and you want me to look around, honey, I have no problem. I'm on this damn computer all damn day anyway. I have no problem finding little spots and getting you back into it because the motivation is what you need in order to get your baby back. Okay?
Okay. All right.
All right. So, honey, I'm going to pray for you tonight. No bullshit. No laughing. I am, because I really want you to find that peace. Because right now you don't have it. And I don't want you to feel that everyone has abandoned me, including the Lord. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to keep that in your heart. You don't want to keep that and then you get little man and you still feel that. Because even if you feel like the Lord has abandoned you, even if you get him back, it's still going to be something eating away at you.
Exactly. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. So, like I said, hit me on Facebook and I got you.
Okay.
Okay, baby. All right. Bye. All right, y'all.